Hello, kindergartners. This is Miss Anna here, and I am going to help you learn April's verse. But we still have to review it, so I'm going to practice it with you. We're going to say it, we're going to sing it, and we're even going to draw an object today that is going to help us with it. So before we get started, I want you to pause this video and go get a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, now that you have your piece of paper and pencil, I want you to set that aside, and we're going to review our verse first, and then in between we'll get to draw this object, and I'll let you know what that is later. All right, and the verse for April here on your screen, as best as you can see, is 1 Samuel 12:24. Okay, I want you to say that 3 times right after me, okay? 1 Samuel 12:24. Good, that's 1 time. 1 Samuel 12:24. Good, that's 2 times. 1 Samuel 12:24. Good, that's 3 times. All right, there are some hand motions or cues that I want you to know that help you know what I want you to do. Whenever I put my finger right under my mouth, I'm going to say the word, the phrase, or the verse by myself. If I put my hand over my mouth, I want you to say the word, the phrase, or the verse with me, together. If I put my hand over my ear, that means I want you to say it by yourself. I'm listening to you, okay? So let's start from the very beginning, and we're going to read this as best as we can together. If you don't know how to read all the words, it's okay. You're going to see them in front of you, you're going to listen to me say them, and you'll learn how to read it in no time. So let's start from the beginning with the reference. One more time. As we read this together, I'm going to run my finger underneath so that you'll know what word we are on. 1 Samuel 12:24. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. And there's a heart there. For consider how great things he hath done for you. And the reference again, 1 Samuel 12:24. Do you remember where we talked about a reference? A reference is an address of where it's found in the Bible. So this is what I really want you to remember, so that if you ever have a chance to tell somebody about this verse or where it's found and you don't have a Bible, you can always tell them where it's found, and they can find it where you can find it. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to say a phrase first, and then you repeat after me. Remember the cues I gave you? I'm going to say it by myself first. Only fear the Lord. Now you say it. Good job. And serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he hath done for you. And we'll say the reference together. 1 Samuel 12:24. All right, that's an introduction to our verse. I'm going to go ahead and take a break and help you draw an object. So I'm going to turn my whiteboard over, and we're going to start with a rectangle. Many of the shapes that I'm going to use to make this object are shapes that you already know because you've learned them in kindergarten. So we're going to start with a rectangle right in the middle of your paper. As best as you can, you want to draw it like this. All right, and I will get closer. And that's how I want you to draw it. Good. At any time during this video, I want you to know that you can pause the video and replay it so that you can learn all of the steps, okay? At any time. So we have a rectangle here, and then we're going to make a rectangle going up and down. Watch how I do it. All right, and I'm getting closer. So kind of like that. If you can make your line straighter, good for you. Mine aren't always perfect, but there you have two rectangles together. I can't really understand what this object is yet, but you'll find out. We also have one more rectangle to add to this, and it's going to be on the bottom. So watch how I do it. Let's see if you can copy. Good job. So there are three rectangles there. We don't know what the object is yet, but we'll find out. All right, and we're going to return to our verse. You might know the song with this verse, so we're going to sing it. I want to sing it one time with you listening, and then I'll tell you what to do next. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things, consider how great things he hath done for you. Good. We'll go a little bit slower if you need that, and we'll also speed it up just to see if you can keep up with me. All right, this verse is found where? I want you to tell me where the reference is. Yep, you can see it. I know it's kind of cheating. 1 Samuel 12:24. Good. We're going to say that 3 times all together. Ready? 1 Samuel 12:24. 1. 1 Samuel 12:24. 2. 1 Samuel 12:24. 3. Good. All right. This time I'm going to sing it again, and I want you to hum it. Okay? So I'll sing and you hum. I'll sing it a little bit faster. Ready? Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things, consider how great things he hath done for you. Ready? We're gonna hum this together. Good job. All right, I just want to take a moment to talk to you about what this verse means. Give me a quick moment to show you. So only fear the Lord. Fear. All right, really quick, I want you to give me an afraid face. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, give me your best afraid face. Yeah. What do they look like? Well, your eyes are probably really wide open, right? I can't see you, but I can guess because I've done it before too. Your eyes are wide open, your mouth is wide open. It's something scary. What do you think of something scary? It could be the dark or thunderstorms. Okay, that is a type of fear that we're used to, something that is scary. But that's not the type of fear that's talked about in this verse. I want you to think of a soldier. And what do we do when we see a soldier? Because we have great respect for him, or honor for him, or we admire him and look up to him, we want to be like him, we like him, and like the job that he does to protect us, we often use our hand to salute. And so that is how we show him that we respect him. So in the same way, we're going to show God that we respect him. Only fear the Lord and serve him. Did you know that by serving others, you can serve God? I'll tell you two things I did for my mom this week. I helped her clean out the refrigerator, and then I helped her move some furniture. I did other things too, but that was a way that I could serve my mom. And just like you can serve your mom at home, maybe you can fold washcloths and little towels, or maybe you can put the socks together and fold them. And maybe you can get the laundry to the room, or help them with dry dishes, or sweeping, or setting the table. That's really helpful to your mom at home. I want you to think of several different things you could do this week to help her. And serve him, because by serving others, we're serving God, okay? In truth, that means in sincerity. That means like you really mean it, okay? Like you really enjoy it. So we can serve the Lord, the joyful spirit, because we really mean it, okay? We're not doing it because we have to. We're doing it because we want to. With all your heart, with everything that's in you, with everything that God has given you the strength to do the work for him. That's what that means, with all your heart. For consider, that means to think about how great things he has done for you. You know, great time right now when you're all at home with your family most of the day, and maybe you don't get to go out to school, to a building, you have to stay home, is to have conversations at home about ways that God has answered prayer for you. Maybe you prayed for something to happen, and God answered that for you. So I want you to talk about those things. That's a way that we can show God to be grateful. So this is what God wants from us. He wants us to respect him. He wants us to serve him because we want to. And then he wants us to remember and think about all the good things that he has done for us. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what this object is. We've been drawing a train. It doesn't look like a train yet, but we'll start finishing it. Okay, so we're going to go back to our drawing, and we're going to add some wheels to the bottom, because this train is not going anywhere without wheels. So let me draw two big wheels back here. Okay. And I'm going to erase the lines in the wheels. You don't have to, but I'm going to. So two big wheels back here. Those are on the steam engine. On the train engine, they're called drive wheels. And you might say, why the drive wheels not in front where you can steer? No, we have other wheels for that, but these are called drive wheels, and they help to keep them on the track. So then there's going to be one little wheel over here. So two back wheels, one little wheel over here. And this little wheel in the front guides the train down the track, keeps it from jumping off. And we're going to put a little circle inside of our wheel. So there are a few shapes that you already know how to draw. You're just putting them together to make an object. Isn't that neat? So 1, 2, 3 rectangles, and then 1, 2, 3 wheels. Now we're going to connect the wheels. The wheels have to stay together, and they have to work together and move together to move the train down the track. So we're going to draw a line. This wheel, put a little square here. Oops. And we're going to connect these wheels together. Draw a little circle in each wheel and connect them together just like you would connect dots. If you've ever done connect the dot in class, you'll know how to do this. And mine's not perfect, but we're making sure all the wheels are connected. And then at the very front of the train, we're going to put a triangle like this. That's called a cow catcher. It's a kind of funny name, but it would actually make sure that the cows stay out of the way of the train. And then at the top, we're going to put a smokestack. The smoke that's being created by the moving train has to go somewhere. So it's going to go up in the air through this little stack, and you're going to draw 2 lines up like this. And we're going to make that like a little triangle. Do you see that? Now I want you to remind you, if I'm going too fast, you can pause it, pause the video, and redraw the parts that you need. If not, we'll just keep going. All right, at the very top, I'm going to draw an upside down triangle. Do you know how to do that? Well, I'm going to show you. You see that? It's an upside down triangle. All right, now we have smoke, room for the smoke to come out. And we can draw a little bit of that up here if you want to draw some smoke coming out. There you are. And then draw a little square window on this end. See that? And you can even draw a little person inside. Yippee! I'm going on a train ride. Okay, he needs a mouth. All right, so you can draw somebody inside. And then this little part on top, you might draw a little bell. And that is where the train rings its bell, or maybe it's where the train whistle is, because it lets everybody know that the train is coming. So that's kind of important. So if you look really closely, I'm going to try to make sure that you can see all of this. You can just copy my work on your page, and that is how to draw a train engine. All right, now how does this picture go along with our verse? Well, if you notice in our verse, we talked about fear, which is respect. We talked about serving God, and then we talked about considering the great things that God does for us, which is being thankful. So respect, serving, and being thankful. And you know, all of those things will keep us on the right track, keeping us going the right direction in life. Do you know that if a train is heading towards a destination where it needs to go, it's heading toward a certain city, let's say Milwaukee, and it's heading towards Milwaukee, but it takes a detour and it takes a whole other set of tracks. You know, it could drive somewhere else where it didn't mean to go. But because it took a wrong set of tracks, it ended up somewhere else. And that's what happens when we don't respect God, or we don't serve Him, or we're not thankful. We'll end up somewhere different, somewhere where we don't want to be. And that's a dangerous place out of God's will for us. So we want to do these things that the verse talks about to stay on the right track in life. Okay, at the very end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set down this verse, and I'm going to sing this for you one time with the motions. Now again, you can pause the video at any time, and you can learn the motions if I'm going too fast for you. Okay, so here's the verse with the motions. I'm going to start with the reference, 1 Samuel 12:24. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things, consider how great things he has done for you. All right, boys and girls, I will see you next week. Be practicing your verse.